Hey guys, welcome to my daily astrology outlook. Today is Thursday, March 11th, 2021, and I'm going to talk about the energy and the transits today. So, today we are coming off the Sun Neptune conjunction that happened yesterday at 21 degrees of Pisces, and that was a big opportunity for spiritual messages to align ourselves with our divine path and to begin to release and make intentions and goals to prepare to move forward to the new moon in Pisces that's happening on Saturday, the 13th. But for today, we have the Sun at 22 Pisces, discharging the energetic of a man bringing down the new law from Sinai, right in alignment with everything that I've been saying the past couple days about truly aligning with our true selves and our divine purpose and letting go of everything that's held us back and hindered us up to this point so that we can embrace our authentic selves and our true purpose moving forward into the new age of Aquarius and second renaissance, as my amazing teacher Laura Walker calls it. So a man bringing down the new law from Sinai, that's just a furtherance of that. And that's the energetic. The sun is discharging today, still in conjunction to Neptune, now 1 degree away at 22 Pisces. So we still have a very spiritually infused day with a lot of opportunity to get messages and insight and connect to our higher self and our divine path. The earth is discharging 22 degrees of Virgo, a royal coat of arms enriched with precious stones. So what do we have inside? What precious stones were we born with? What gifts and talents were we born with that we can embrace and use to channel to create a new reality for ourselves, our friends, our families, our communities, to serve and bring joy to everyone around us, and also provide and create abundance for ourselves and our families. That's been the theme, and it's still in effect today with the earth and the sun discharging these degrees. Secondly, we have the moon moving into Pisces today, setting us up for the new moon Saturday. And we're in full balsamic moon phase right now, dark of the moon. This is all about releasing the past and embracing our own unique divinity to build the future. That's what we're headed towards. That's the window of time we're in right now. That's the opportunities that are being bestowed upon us. And that's really what we should all be striving for, is realigning ourselves with who we know we're meant to be, looking for our special skills, our special passions, our special interests, what makes the precious stones in our royal coat of arms personally that we have that we can use to build and create Earth. So as the moon moves into Pisces, now that's the trigger. Now emotionally we're aligning with that Pisces energetic, the spiritual influence. And also don't forget the flip side of Pisces, the flip side of Neptune is the desire to retreat and avoid and disassociate, look for other ways to, like, drugs and alcohol and psychological, like, detachments from reality, illusion, delusion, stuff like that. So we really want to try to stay away from the wanting to run away end of Pisces and move and focus more towards the spiritually connected side of Pisces. Instead of the lack of connection, we want to find the truest connection. And the moon, emotionally, we should be there as the moon heads into this new moon, and now it's in Pisces. Also, okay, we have Mercury today at 25 degrees Aquarius. This Sabian symbol is a butterfly with the right wing more perfectly formed. So we need to watch for distortions today in general in terms of messages that are meant to confuse or to manipulate or to veil the truth of something. We want to be wary of those with the Sun conjunct Neptune and also Mercury at this degree with the right wing more perfectly formed, because it's possible for there to be some type of just lack of balance or lack of equilibrium or just some type of distortion in, sorry, I just heard a child say ow, and I was just hoping that it wasn't anything, and I don't think it is. It's not. Everything is fine. Okay. So we're good. Sun conjunct Neptune and Mercury at 25 Aquarius. Okay, 4. The next thing. Also, we need to release the past cycles with prayers and thoughts and messages of peace to all of those who have hurt us, with Jupiter at 20 degrees of Aquarius. Jupiter moves degrees today. And Jupiter is one of the large outer planets. When Jupiter moves degrees, it's significant because it stays at degrees for a number of days. And so Jupiter moving to 20 degrees Aquarius. What's 20 degrees Aquarius? A large white dove bearing a message. Doves symbolize peace. So that's clearly a message of love and peace. And so with Jupiter at that degree, now we're all being asked to send an olive branch, to forgive, and to send messages of peace. Yeah, so messages of peace. Sorry, I had to I had to tend to a child for a moment. Okay, so messages of peace. And at this point in time, with everything that's going on in the nodes, with everything that's going on with the build up to the new moon, with everything that will be happening with the new moon in Pisces, with everything that's happening between the Uranus and Saturn square, with everything that's happened after the Pluto Jupiter Saturn conjunction in Capricorn last year, with everything that's happening generally, and all of the karma that we're trying to break, and all of the cycles, and all of the like generationally charged karmic healing that we're undergoing right now, the messages of peace, olive branches, forgiveness. And that's what I've been saying. And that's what I honestly believe to be true. And now that we have Jupiter at this degree, forgiveness sets us free to clear our karma and embrace our divine destiny. Remember, the South Node is in Sagittarius right now. Jupiter rules Sagittarius. Jupiter's in Aquarius, coming out of a trine to the nodes. Well, and a sextile to the South Node. So Jupiter is helping the South Node, and Jupiter rules the South Node, and Jupiter is saying a large white dove bearing a message. So we just need to let it go. We need to forgive. And that's what will set us free, like I said, to clear our karma, South Node and Sag. And embrace our divine destiny. The new moon in Pisces conjunct Neptune. This is significant. We must forgive in order to break subconscious programs of self-sabotage and reawaken the glory, innocence, and wonder of our inner child. The degree of Neptune, a child, or a little white lamb, a child, and a servant. And that is what I'm thinking, and especially now that we have the North Node at 15 Gemini, which is 2 Dutch children talking and studying their lessons. The theme of children learning, talking is again presented that there. So rediscovering our inner child, what and who we truly are, and then figuring out how to build and create that in a way that can benefit ourselves and the people around us. Okay, so number 5, the last thing I wrote about today, there's a consistent overlapping theme of worn out old ways of thinking, being, feeling, no longer being aligned with the new truths of reality. And people are no longer taking these old ways seriously. Adjusting and adapting is now essential. We just aren't buying what they're selling anymore, basically. And I feel like you can see this playing out in a lot of ways across the geopolitical and financial, economic, global economic scenes right now. And this is because I say this because, and this was relevant yesterday too. I didn't really talk about it that much. I started to talk about it a little bit at the end, but right now we have Saturn discharging. A man who had for a time become the embodiment of an ideal is made to realize that as a person, he is not the ideal. So it's like, what generally people thought was the idealistic way of being, we're beginning to realize is not, which creates fundamental changes. And it lines up with the fact that we're transitioning right now to a new world, basically. And also, where the black moon is located, an old teacher fails to interest his students in traditional knowledge. And that's again the same theme of just worn out ways of being and thinking that we're not buying anymore. We're not really interested in anymore. So those are the themes and what's going on today. We're still in that highly spiritually infused energy of a man bringing down the new law from Sinai. So that is, honestly, I love that. Moving into the new moon, I love that that's the degrees leading up to where the new moon is located. And so yeah, looking for our inner joy, our ability to forgive and send, even if it's just like telepathic silent messages in your own mind, just sending peace and love and forgiveness to the people that you've harbored resentment about, or the people who you feel have wronged you, or the people that you have issues with, just letting it go and sending peace to them and realizing that feeling that way doesn't do anything but perpetuate more situations that make you feel that way. It doesn't help you. It doesn't make you feel good. It doesn't help. It doesn't resolve the situation. It just perpetuates more of its own. But if we can let it go and replace it with joy and innocence and purity of mind and wonder with the world, then we change the entire dynamic of what we receive into our lives. And that's how the shift happens. That's what conscious evolution is. It's not some crazy woo-woo, well, I guess maybe it is depending on how you look at it, but it's not some hyper magical thing that comes on and just happens. It's people realizing what creates what, and then adjusting their own behavior so that they can have more of what they truly want and are and desire and love in their lives and be happy. And if this place is a classroom, that's the lesson that we're learning right now, is how like attracts like, and what you hold inside of you, even no matter how you act on the outside, what you hold inside of you is what continues to attract situations where you feel the same way over and over. And true forgiveness is the only way out, and sending love and peace. And then you go free to experience your own joy and wonder and create everything that you've ever wanted with all the things that you've been blessed with. That's how this happens. So that's the news for today, guys. We got Pisces moon moving into conjunction with the sun for the new moon. Watch for distortions and manipulations, but also be open to inspiration and messages and signs and synchronicities. And then with Jupiter at that degree, forgiveness, messages of peace, and being okay with realizing that we're transitioning, and all the history and all the ideas and perspectives and beliefs that we've held up until now just might no longer be relevant, and we might just need to realize that those worked for then, but now we have new understandings and we have new information and we have new ideas that have come to us and new ways of thinking, and so maybe those same things aren't applicable anymore and there's new better ways of doing things, and that's what we need to look to. So those are the overall messages of the day. I hope everybody has a fantastic day, and I'm wishing you a happy Thursday. Bye.